Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dr. Paul, Liberty Hill Comics. We got a fun mail call today. It's a modern slab that I'm excited to share with you. Well, that was easy, huh? This seller took some risks, to be frank, with this shipping method. They shipped this book media mail with very little in the way of packaging, but looks like there's also some animal hair on it, but maybe some human hair. But the book survived. There it is. What a cool looking book too. If you're new to the channel, we do a subscriber giveaway every month. Look for the link at the bottom of the description. As I like to say, what is it and why do we care? Well, this is Batman number 92, the first cover appearance of Punchline, the first meeting of Punchline and Harley Quinn, obviously in a CGC 9.8. This is from June of 2020, and it is the convention edition with the foil cover. So this is the SDCC Foil variant. Remember when the coronavirus pandemic hit and we had to shut down whole sectors of our economy to flatten the curve? Punchline was the hottest character and was generating serious buzz as the next Harley Quinn at the time. Comic collectors were suffering from serious FOMO right at the time that most of their local comic shops were shutting down due to the pandemic. Batman number 89, which was Punchline's first cameo appearance, was the first to blow up. Then Hell Arisen 3, which was her first full appearance, and then this book, Batman 92, her first cover appearance and second full appearance. This character and the frenzy around her books has cooled substantially, which isn't to say that James Tynion didn't create a great character with lots of long-term potential in the Bat universe. In fact, these books have cooled off just enough that I think they're worth a look. There are 4 variants of this book. The cover A, an Art Germ variant cover B, which uses the same art but isn't foil. Those were both open order. Then there was a Jorge Jimenez 1:25 ratio variant, and there was a 1 per store variant with a modified art of the Jorge Jimenez variant. And then, of course, lastly, this book, the SDCC exclusive. Except SDCC was canceled that year because of the pandemic, and it was held as a virtual show. So I don't actually even know how these were ultimately distributed. Maybe one of the viewers of the channel can let us know in the comments. At any rate, this foil SDCC variant is the variant with the fewest copies in the CGC census. Cover A has just under 900 copies in the census with a fair market value of a 9.8 of only $35. That's barely the cost of submission of the book plus cover price. It does make sense. It was a heavily ordered book. This issue's claim to fame is that it's Punchline's first cover appearance. And while she's technically on the cover of cover A, she's in the background and she's not featured prominently, so there isn't much of a premium in that book. Next up in value is the Stanley Art Germ Lau cover B, which I mentioned was open order, and it was heavily ordered. It has a census population of just under 2,800, so more than 3 times that of the cover A, with a fair market value of just a tick higher than the cover A at $40, owing to the much cooler cover and prominently featured Punchline and the popularity of Art Germ and his fan base. Even though it was a much more heavily ordered cover, so supply is much greater, demand is still outweighing that supply a little bit more than it is for the cover A. Next up in value is the 1:25 Jorge Jimenez design variant. There are just over 1,300 copies in the CGC census, and it has a fair market value of about $60 in a 9.8. The Jorge Jimenez 1 per store variant is slightly less common at about 650 copies in the CGC census, with the fair market value of a 9.8 being about $150. You know a book is heavily ordered when the 1 in 25 variant outnumbers the 1 per store variant by nearly 2 to 1. That means on average, stores were ordering about 50 copies each because they were picking up 2 1 in 25 variants to every one of their store variant. And then lastly, the rarest, most exclusive, and most valuable of this book is our SDCC exclusive variant that we see right here. There's only 270 copies in the CG census of this variant, and it has a fair market value of a little bit over $200. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a lot of volatility in all markets right now caused by the rapid hiking of interest rates by the FOMC in response to record inflation. And that has caused all sorts of asset classes to sell off and to experience a lot of volatility, including comic books. So smart investors take advantage of this. On October 3rd, a copy of this book in CGC 9.8 sold for $350 on eBay. I purchased this copy just 10 days later on October 13th for a best offer of $102. Plus tax, the shipping was free, for a grand total of $110. That's less than half of the fair market value, current, and it's 70% off the price of the exact same book, which was purchased just 10 days earlier at $350. This is just one example of how this market represents a huge opportunity to acquire assets if you're patient and diligent and you follow some simple rules and principles, and you're not fearful that the bottom is still going to fall out. I hope this mail call and all of my mail call videos are providing you with ideas on how you can acquire the books you're hunting at great prices today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let's have a conversation, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, happy hunting and take care of one another.